Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show how to make a cardboard microscope attachment for a smartphone. For this you'll need a smartphone or tablet, a small lens, see the description for more details how to find one, scissors, cardboard, and elastic bands. Let's get started. So the whole point is going to be to hold the lens in front of the phone's camera like that. And the cardboard support is just a means of getting it in there. So to start with, I'm going to cut a piece of cardboard approximately the size of my phone. So I'm going to trace around it just by the edge of the phone there. And I'm actually going to extend it along further so that I have some extra. I'm going to fold it over and use it as a platform for the microscope. Now I'm going to line up where I'm going to make the hole. So to do that, I'm going to line up the camera. Just make a cross on it there. And lining it up. So I have this cross right where the hole is going to go for the lens. And I'm just going to poke a hole through there. Normally I like to use a hole punch, but if you don't have one available, a pen should work just fine. And again, just drop fitting it in there. It's held tightly in place. If you've overshot and made a hole that's too big, you can always either start again, or you could add just a little bit of tape around the outside of the lens so it's held in place. Then the next step, I'm just going to turn on my phone, turn the camera app on, line it up over the hole. Then I'm just going to add 2 elastic bands to hold it in place. And then just readjust. There we go, ready to go. And this part may require some readjusting from time to time. Always try and keep the circle of light where you're seeing through the lens. And now you can see things like if I put my finger on the other side, we should be able to see the scaly appearance of skin. Or that's where the graph paper is going to come in really handy because it's really handy to focus on. When it's just like this, it's handy as a surface probe, so you can study things like the grain of wood on this table. You can study things like notes, coins, rocks. Screens of other smartphones and computers are a particularly fun thing to explore. So feel free to have a look at that. Okay, now I'm going to do one next step just to turn this into more of a fixed microscope. So you notice I left some extra cardboard here. That's just so I can fold it over roughly in half so it lines up, and I'll have a platform that I can place things on. To prepare the platform, optional but very handy, a small square of graph paper that I'm just going to stick down there. Okay, and there we go, ready to focus. Okay, now that I have the smartphone microscope, it's time to look at something with this. So I'm going to do one of the most basic introductory cell observations. I'm going to grab an onion. In this case, a red onion, so that I don't need to dye the skin, and the cell should still appear nice and clearly. I'm just going to cut into it to get a little bit of the outer skin. Getting it under the microscope and looking for a nice example of it. And just as I play with the focus, you can see ones go in and out of focus. Then you can see they're relatively easy to get in focus. You can count the number of ones across a millimeter square, so you can see there's about 1, 2, 3, 4. maybe 5, so that corresponds to a cell length of about 200 micrometers, which is spot on for what we're looking at. And there, that's a really easy introductory cell observation activity. Okay, my favorite new thing to observe under the microscope are pixels themselves. So using another device or using a screen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my microscope. So I'm using this probe, and I'm actually going to approach my computer screen. You can notice things like it's made up of the 3 primary colors of light, bands of red, blue, and green, but then when they combine together we can get all of the colors we know and love on the screen. It's also handy for telling pixel size. We can compare to our field of view, which I think was about 6 millimeters, and we're seeing across that same field of view about 30 pixels. I hope you try out making this. If you do, I'd love to hear from you, especially if you have photos you'd like to contribute to my collection of microscopic photos from people making these. Please use the link in the description below if you want to share any of your photos or videos with me. Thank you. If you like this project, check out the other videos I'll be adding shortly, especially the ones I'm calling My Favorite Experiment, where teachers across Canada and from around the world are sharing their favorite experiments with me. Thank you. Goodbye.